Hello, I'm Mitchell Vargas, or you can call me Yoshi, and we're going to be looking at the 4 a.m. mystery Rives put together through the TED Talk. Rives analyzed a comic strip from the Los Angeles Times, a cover from the New York Magazine, and a song that he put together to show how there's a lot of references to 4 a.m. and there must be something big dealing with 4 a.m. Rives mentioned how 4 a.m. must mean something. He said, you are awake at the worst possible hour. Rives also mentioned how there's a movie script and there's the phrase 4 in the morning. A fiction from the New York Magazine starts out with, he opens his eyes at 4 a.m. So Rives really just notices the big names and big platforms that there's just been a lot of mention of 4 a.m. and that really made him suspicious. And he did a lot of research, and he found out that a famous piece from the New York Museum of Modern Art, The Palace at 4 in the morning in 1932, is the origin of this whole fiasco. He kind of dives away from the 4 a.m., the analysis of the 4 a.m., and he tries to connect the dots between a Polish poet, a British dame, a country music Hall of Famer, and he really just wants to find out what they all have in common. So he tries to connect the dots. He does eventually connect the dots, and then after that, he goes back into his 4 a.m. Scheme, and then he shows a Simpson clip that mentioned 4 a.m. He said that it must be a coded message. And then he even dived into history and how the inaugural address had the word 4 a.m. mentioned 2 times. And he connected it to history with the whole 4 a.m. mystery. So I was looking at the comments from this video, and it just mentioned how there was just no point to his speech. He was just going on a rant with trying to find points of 4 a.m. and he just tries to connect them, and he wants to find out the big deal. And then I also noticed that when he was speaking, he was being serious with trying to connecting all the dots and 4 a.m. mystery things. I don't know, the video wasn't really informative. I didn't really gain it. It was interesting to watch. It was nice. It was funny. He was just trying to connect the dots. I can see his passion and drive to finding out all this information between 4 a.m. and then connecting the 3 people together. But there's just not really information to be learned. It was enjoyable to say. But yeah.